Hey everybody, this is your girl Aslay.
And your girl P Shantae.
And look, we have a special guest today, you guys, from Maryland.
Oh.
Okay. Woo! Yes, we have author Udeh. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. My name is Udeh. You put it to Udeh. I'm an international author, the CEO founder of Almost LLC, self-publishing company. My background is in criminal justice and law enforcement. Started writing over 7 years now, and house owner for 5 years. Equally, 2024 is the author that uses literature to address social issues, advocate for reform, and call for transparency.
Oh, look, you guys, I'm so proud to have her on my show. That is amazing. So you mentioned that you are an author. So my question is, have you always known that you were born to be an author or to write books? Tell us more.
Well, to be honest, the answer is no. Majority or all my life was known that I was called to serve and protect the public. However, fate do have something else in the store for me. And it all started when a state medical doctor said through the report that I couldn't read, I couldn't write, and I couldn't speak English because of my immigrant background, and went ahead and instructed my agency to actually terminate my employment based on that. And in order for me to prove the doctor wrong, since I'm not a doctor, I wrote my first book, which is Corruption in the Division of Corrections, just to see if I could get my job back. But in reality, I still got fired, and that was how I accidentally became an international author. And ever since, I have been writing and keep proving that I could read, I could write, I could speak English, and yes, I am an immigrant. So that was how my writing journey started.
Yes, look at God. You know,
I tell you, I'm proud.
I'm proud because I was getting upset.
Yeah, you told her she can't do it. What you mean?
Thank you, sir, for making her an amazing writer.
Right, you didn't do nothing but inspire and motivate her.
Okay.
So how many books have you written?
And are they on Amazon?
So far it is like 16 books, 15 published. One is still on the way. And yes, they are on Amazon. They are on Almost e-commerce website. They are in online retailers nationwide. And when it comes to Maryland, they are in public libraries for Baltimore City, Baltimore County. They are in some universities like Carpenter State, Morgan State, University of Maryland, and others. And some of the books are Guilty or Not Guilty, Santa Claus Goes to Jail, The Mystery of a Stolen Virginity, and When the Love Goes to Sleep, just to name a few.
Interesting.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay. I do know that you have an upcoming book titled Corporate Corruption and the Unspoken Rules. Okay, a true life story of, what is it, Chinyere Udeh, and written by you. Okay. First, I have to say that the title is very catchy.
It is.
Okay, and it makes people want to stop and find out what's going on.
I'm serious. I want to know now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
corporate corruption.
Why is your name written as the author? Why not Chinyere? Okay. And are you here to represent?
I'm not. I am here to represent Chinyere. Actually, Chummer is a childhood friend of mine. Our parents brought us here when we were 17, and we went to the same high school, rode the same bus, ate the same lunch. And when it was time for us to go off to college, she wanted to major in nursing, but I dragged her into law enforcement. But when what happened to her happened to her, she told me that it would be good for me to send her. She paid me for the ghostwriting aspect of it. She said because my brand actually aligned with her story, and because I am a familiar name and face in the industry, that it would be much more reason for me to take a lead on it. So yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Girl, you are motivating me. Okay.
I try.
This is a moment for me. Last week while scrolling on Facebook, I looked and verified Facebook page and saw you talking about this upcoming book. Okay. If I remember correctly, saying something about Chioma had culture, shocks upon arriving at her new job. Could you share with us what are some of those cultural shocks?
Yes, I mean, in as much as I wasn't there, but I can imagine her face. Some of the cultural shock is that majority of her Caucasian leaders, peers, and supervisors were actually surprised that she knows how to speak English well. Also, they were looking at her toenails to make sure that everything was accounted for. Um, I know. And they were also surprised that she knows the job and she is training other people in the job. Another shocking stuff that the culture shock is that she has a deodorant and perfume on, But I think that's I know, laughing too. But the main thing that stuck out to her, the main thing that stuck upon her arrival there, majority of the leads believe that her kind and type shouldn't have been hired, that she was hired by mistake. But an African American leader stepped in and said that she needs to take her shot. She needs her opportunity to prove that she's supposed to be here. At the end of the day, the African American man ended up putting his own career on the line so Chama could have a shot in her own career. That was like mind blowing.
But even though it's 2026, a lot of people, especially here in America, really don't know about African culture. They only go off of what they hear as children
And what they see on TV.
and what they see on TV. So a lot of people are naive.
That's weird.
Yeah, a lot of people are naive. So do you plan on doing anything else with the book after it's finished?
Yeah, so far, Chama and I have been talking about the marketing strategy for the books. We are believing to have a consignment deal in New Jersey, a television interview in California, a global podcast interview and radio station, and an ongoing marketing of her book, and alongside with all of my other books.
Well, you're inspiring some people
Yes. Go,
because
girl.
earlier you were saying you had a publishing company. Okay. So tell us about that.
Um, I have been in business, like I mentioned, for 5 years now. From January 2021 to present, all my authors has been up and running. Our main goal is to encourage everyday people to tell their stories the correct way before someone tells it for them the wrong way, and they might not be there to defend themselves. And also, writing to inspire, to encourage, to advocate for everyday people in our society. So, all my authors is just centered around advocating for people, encouraging them to speak up and tell their story before someone else do tell them, and we do offer them ghostwriting, editing, KPP, self-publishing, copyright action, all the 9 yards that would aid an everyday person to be able to tell their story. It is very important, you know.
That's
Yeah.
that's amazing. So where can people find you? Which
They can Google me on Google. My also author's website, CHINYEREUDEH.gov. I mean, God, and also on my social media platforms as well, including YouTube channel.
yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
So her books are on Amazon. Okay, so check her out. Is there anything else you would like to say before we close out the interview?
Absolutely. I wanted to tell you guys once Chummer Udeh's book is Port Chummer. Buy the book, read the book. Do not forget that keeping quiet have helped anyone. You need to tell your story, and you need all my writers to help you tell your story the correct way.
Right, that's right.
All right.
Well, thank you, Chinyere, for being a part of our show. We hope you come back. We hope you be a future guest. And you know what? We will do a book giveaway. We will get a book off of Amazon, you guys, and we will do a book giveaway.
Oh,
So you
thank
guys
you.
stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.